Xbox has just made its biggest move into handheld gaming yet, teaming up with ASUS to announce the ROG Ally X. It's got the Xbox logo, a familiar green UI, and Game Pass right on the home screen. But underneath the surface, this isn't quite the leap some are making it out to be, because under all the branding, the Ally X isn't powered by new tech. It's running a rebadged version of the same chips we've already seen. But I digress. Without further ado, let's break it all down. The ROG Ally X is a Windows-powered handheld built around AMD's new Z2 series processors. It supports upgraded RAM, a 1TB SSD, and a larger battery. It's sleek, it's black, and it's officially Xbox branded. But here's what you need to know. The so-called Z2 Extreme chip inside, that's just a rebadged Ryzen AI HX 370, an APU that's already available in other Zen 5 handhelds. No new cores, no new GPU, just a new name. And the lower end Z2A, that's literally the Steam Deck's APU. Same Zen 2 CPU, same RDNA 2 graphics, just with a slightly higher power range. This isn't cutting edge, it's a refresh. Again. So if you're expecting a generational leap from the original Ally, temper that. The extreme part of the Z2 Extreme, it's marketing. The 8-core Zen 5 CPU and 16 RDNA 3.5 compute units are powerful, yes, but they already exist, and they're not exclusive to Xbox. The real bottleneck on the Ally platform wasn't just power, it was the software experience. Windows 11 in its default state simply wasn't designed for handhelds. It's clunky, inconsistent, and full of overhead. Now, to their credit, Xbox and ASUS are working on this. Their updated Windows 11 image trims down background processes and reduces RAM usage by as much as 2 GB compared to stock builds. That's a big deal, and more optimizations are reportedly on the way. In fact, Windows optimization is honestly the most exciting part of this launch. Not the hardware, not the branding, the fact that Microsoft is finally putting in the work to make Windows feel lighter and more responsive on handhelds. That's the real headline. Still, performance-wise, you can already buy what this delivers in other devices today, and probably for a more competitive price. So here's the catch. This is still a Windows handheld. Yes, Xbox's version is trimmed down. Yes, there's an Xbox-flavored UI overlay. And of course, Game Pass integration is smoother. But under the hood, it's still Windows, still a desktop-first OS. I definitely have my doubts. That means you're dealing with things like UI scaling quirks, touch input weirdness, and the occasional driver mismatch. It's better, but it's not yet seamless, in my opinion. We'll see, of course, when the launch comes. But the Steam Deck proved that a purpose-built OS, like SteamOS, makes a huge difference. And until Microsoft delivers a fully handheld native experience, we're always going to be working around the edges of a desktop platform. More battery and more RAM are great, but if the OS isn't tailored to the form factor, the user experience will always be a compromise. Though, let's be clear, this move is meaningful. Xbox stepping into the handheld space shows they're watching Valve, watching Nintendo, and thinking long term. But this doesn't feel like a bold new era, it feels like a branding experiment, a Ryzen handheld wrapped up in Xbox green. There's cautious optimism here, but no price, no new architecture, and no exclusive software support make it hard to be anything more than just cautiously optimistic. If you want Zen 5 handheld power, there are options already. If you want a stable, accessible handheld experience, you already have the Steam Deck. So what is the Ally X really? It's a refinement, a rebranding, a refresh. If you missed the original Ally, this might be worth a look depending on the price. But if you already own a Steam Deck or one of the newer Ryzen HX handhelds, this doesn't move the needle. And until Windows becomes more handheld native, we're still playing a desktop game on portable hardware, and no amount of Xbox polish changes that. Though, I'm the Silicon Fox, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more coverage on this rapidly crowding handheld space. And if you're waiting for that game-changing leap, well, I would argue this probably isn't it. But until next time, my friends, Silicon Fox here, saying ciao.